Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. I'm Leigh. I'm happy to be here and I'm happy that you are here. I want to begin by saying thank you to all of my subscribers and Patreon members and to let you know that I really do appreciate you. So for today, I have a weekly spread for Sagittarius for July 13th through 19th for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. I also wanted to let you know that there is an extended available for this reading as well as for all the other signs. There are two ways to purchase the extended. You can either pay for each one through PayPal or you can join us over on Patreon and get access to all of my extendeds for one monthly price. The information on how to do so and the link for the Patreon is in the description box below. Before we begin, I have a disclaimer. This is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, I encourage you to watch the videos for other signs in your chart. Tarot cards read energy, and energy is fluid, meaning these readings can focus on the past, present, or future, and the message may be flipped, opposite, reversed, or the situation could play out from the perspective of the cross watcher. If you're interested in a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. Okay, let's start the reading. Okay, this is for Sagittarius spirit, 13 to 19, July. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. This is for Sagittarius spirit, 13 to 19 July. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. This is for Sagittarius spirit. First card first. Okay, we got Nine of Swords, Five of Wands, okay, Queen of Swords, okay, and then we have the Hierophant and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, excuse me, Aquarius. Sagittarius, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have email and phone coaching packages available in the description box below. I can craft something that is specific to your situation. Let me make sure that it's straight. Okay, Sagittarius, your overall energy for the 13th through the 19th of July is temperance. So this is your energy. It's talking about, you wanting reconciliation and also wanting balance. Then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is the energy that you're trying to embody, you're working towards. This can also be, your person, the way your person sees you as someone who is very independent, very confident in living their best life. Then we've got the Death card. The Death card is Scorpio energy. You may have Scorpio placements. This is talking about, wanting to reunite. So I feel like your person's wanting to reunite with you. And this can talk about also the ending that the two of you had. Okay, under that is the King of Swords, which is your person making a decision to come forward and tell you the truth. So in the first row, we have three cards. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. With the Nine of Swords, this to me talks about worrying that the connection is not going to come back together. Then we've got the Five of Wands, which can talk about inner and outer conflict. Then we have the Queen of Swords in the immediate future, which is talking about being emotionally unavailable and cut off. We have two outcome cards. We have the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is speaking of revelation, and then the Hierophant, a higher level of commitment. So we're going to begin, Sagittarius, by clarifying the Temperance card. If this bothers you, please turn down your volume. Why is the Temperance card here, please, Spirit? Okay, we have two clarification cards. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and we have the King of Cups. So overall energy for the 13th through the 19th of July is your energy temperance. So this is talking about reconciliation and balance. So I feel like this is talking about your person. They're wanting to come back towards you, reconcile with you, balance out the situation, but they have to balance themselves out first. And I feel like you have to balance yourself out as well. Okay. So under that, as I said, I feel like this is how they see you, or this could also be the energy that they're trying to shoot towards as well, as someone who is independent and confident, and as I said, living their best life. Okay, so for temperance, we've got two clarification cards. The first one we're going to talk about is the Wheel of Fortune. This is just saying that this connection is being divinely guided. When the two of you come back together and have this reconciliation, it's going to be under divine timing. Okay, then we have the King of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This King of Cups is saying that your person has a lot of love to give, okay? But they have to learn how to balance themselves out, okay? So They have to learn how to find the balance between their mind and heart, control their emotions, and accept the things that they cannot change. All right. These are the things that they're doing, and you may have to do these as well, because this spiritual awakening is about balance, about you balancing both sides of your personality, both the masculine and the feminine. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move forward and clarify the Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here, please, Spirit? These two cards. Okay, so we've got two cards, the Star, which is Aquarius energy, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so in the recent past, there was worry that this connection was not going to come together. I feel like maybe the both of you might have been sitting in this energy. Okay, this is stagnant energy. It's fear, nightmares, sleepless nights, crying. You know, it's going to be different for everybody what this, you know, represents. But it is still, you know, stagnation, because you're sitting in the past. You're worried about, you know, worrying about the things that you can't change. The only thing you can do in the past is to go back and heal the situation so that your present and your future will be different. But to sit in this energy for a long period of time is not healthy. Okay. So we've got two clarification cards. The first one we're going to talk about is the Star. So Aquarius energy. I've told you this before. Maybe you have Aquarius placements in your chart. With this Star card, this is about healing. So I feel like, you know, you're healing. Your person is trying to heal as well. Also with this Star card, you're co-creating with Spirit, trying to bring about this reunion. All right. So your person is, you know, letting go of baggage, letting go of things that no longer serve them. And this Aquarius, this Star card, not Aquarius, this Star card is saying that you are this person's wish fulfillment. They've put a wish out into the universe for you, and they're trying to work with Spirit to bring that wish to fruition. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Wands. This is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With this Page of Wands, this is talking about your person desiring communication with you. It can also talk about them wanting to, you know more about you. They're excited about coming back together with you, and they're curious about you and what's going on in your life. Okay. Then we're going to move forward. Now we're going to move forward and clarify the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here, please, Spirit? Okay, we got three clarification cards. We have Temperance again, Six of Cups, and the Fool. So in the current or present energy, we've got the Five of Wands. This is talking about inner and outer conflict. I feel like, you know, both you and your person are experiencing inner and outer conflict, but I feel like it's for different reasons. For your person, they're experiencing inner and outer conflict, trying to figure out how to come back towards you. For you, you're experiencing it because you're going to have different options, and you're going to have to make a choice, you know, about who it is that you want. That's why I tell you to, you know, continue to make your lists and make sure that those qualities on that list, that you know, exhibit those qualities yourself. Because like I said, you cannot bring in what you're not. You're going to attract what you are and not what you want. Okay. So we've got three clarification cards. The Fool is the first one we're going to talk about. Your person wants to take a leap of faith, have a new beginning with you. With the Six of Cups, this is talking about the connection being a past life connection. Your person wanting to reunite with you. Also with the Six of Cups, I feel like this is talking about, for some of you, that this person is your childhood sweetheart or someone from the area where you grew up, or vice versa. Okay. Then we've got the Temperance card. The Temperance is Sagittarius energy. It's coming up twice. So when it comes up twice like this, I feel like one card represents your person and one card represents you. So this is you wanting reconciliation. You want to balance you want the situation to be balanced out as well. But I feel like you recognize that you have some work that you have to do as well. Okay. So now we're going to move forward and clarify the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here, please, Spirit? Okay, we've got three clarification cards. We have the Five of Wands, we've got the Devil, and we have the King of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords, this is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about being emotionally unavailable and cut off. Okay, with this Queen of Swords, it's representing the immediate future. So if this is you, Sagittarius, I just did a bonus reading for you, and we talked about this, how you have to balance yourself out. You can't be all logic or all emotion. You've got to figure out the happy medium between the two. Okay. I know a lot of times it can be easier to focus on logic and be in your head a lot, because people can't hurt your feelings a lot of times. Like if you're coming from a logical place, a lot of times that prevents you. It's like wearing armor to keep somebody, you know, out and to keep them from being able to hurt you. Okay. But you have to understand, in this life, Sagittarius, this life is about, you know, mess. It's going to be messy. Okay. You can't avoid your life lessons. Okay. You can't be afraid to live your life. And so by you trying to stay on one side of the equation and not venture over into the other, like by you trying to be more logical than you are emotional, that's gonna just throw you, that's gonna keep your life out of balance, because life is about you experiencing both. And you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there. You have to open yourself up. And the other, I'm talking to the other person too. I'm not just saying you, because I tell them this same thing. If you go and you listen to the other sides that I talk to, trust me, I get on them harder than I get on y'all. So I'm telling them, the ones that have to come forward, that have to come towards you, the ones who walked away and ghosted and stuff like that, I tell them, you got to open yourself up. You can't close yourself down and expect to have a healthy relationship with anybody. And I'm saying the same thing to you too. I understand you got hurt, and I understand it sucks, because like I said, I'm on your side of the situation, and I got hurt too. But I can't be afraid, just like I can't be afraid to live my life. You can't be afraid to do that as well. That's what we're here to do, is to live. And when you shut yourself down and you don't want to open yourself up to other people, like I said, when you shut yourself down to one person, you're doing it to everybody. It's not just one person, it's everybody. Because being one way to one person and then being different to other, that's inauthenticity. And we're here to be authentic. We're here to be able to say, hey, you know, what you did was jacked up, and I didn't appreciate it. I didn't deserve it, but I learned what it was I needed to learn about that. But I'm not going to let you shut me down and make me, you know, make me not be the free-spirited, loving, sweet person that I am, because of your hangups and the things that you have to work on. That's the way you got to be about this. You can't be afraid to live your life. Because if you go around afraid to live your life, you're not really living, Sagittarius. This is not a life. If you're scared, like I said, I know you're scared, and there's nothing wrong with being scared, and that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm like, if you're scared and fearful to the point to where it stops you from taking action, or stops you from doing the things that you need to do to advance in life, or it puts you in this type of energy, that's not living. That's not living. Like I said, you can live your life solely based on logic, but it won't be a real life. You know, like I said, there's a time and place for both. There's a time and place for you to be logical, and there's a time and place for you to be emotional. And if you want to have an amazing relationship, whether it is with this person or with somebody else, you got to learn that balance. And that's what this spiritual awakening is about. You have to learn how to implement that emotion when it's time to implement it, by starting with yourself. Because if you're emotionally unavailable to other people, I promise you, you're emotionally unavailable to yourself. Because you cannot be this way to other people and not be that way to yourself as well. Okay? Because if you are closing yourself off to other people, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that you would be able to close yourself off to everybody else, but then, you know, feed yourself and love yourself. It doesn't make any sense. You have to, because if you heal those things and go back and do the things that you need to do, it is going to make you want to open up and want to take those chances and want to be in the energy, this Sagittarius energy, where you're balanced with temperance, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay, people are, like I said, people are going to do things, Sagittarius. They're going to do things, okay, but you cannot let people and their actions change who you really are. You have to just learn to forgive people. Like I tell you before about those bumper cars. When we're in bumper cars and we go around and we bump into each other, when we're at the fair or wherever you've ever ridden them before, when we slam into each other, nobody's getting out, screaming and hollering. Nobody's, cussing anybody out. You just laugh and you move on. And I'm not saying you should trivialize somebody hurting you like that. But what I'm saying is you have to heal yourself to the point where you're like, okay, I recognize that this was this person's stuff. I know what it is I have to work on within myself, but I'm not going to let a bad experience stop me from living and loving, because you are essentially doing the same thing that I'm telling you is going on with your subconscious. Remember I tell you about the subconscious mind? I say it's like a 5-year-old child, right? Whatever happens, it doesn't reason about, oh, well, why this happened, and oh, this may have been a one-time situation. This it's probably never going to happen again. It doesn't do that. It just says, okay, you got hurt. This was a bad experience. Anytime you start to go towards something that looks like this, we're going to shut it down. We're going to close you off. We're going to make you come out emotionally unavailable. That's what your subconscious mind does. And by you coming out like this and feeling like that's okay for you to be like that, you're not going to be living a life. You're going to be living a half life. And I don't want that for you, because that would be very sad, Sagittarius, for you to be in this energy for the rest of your life. Because like I said, we all have our things. It's not easy. This life is not easy. I will never sit here and tell you that life is easy, because it's not. Okay, it can get easier, but I would never sit here and tell you that this life is easy. Okay, this life is definitely not for the damn weak, not at all. But the one thing, let's talk about this. I was watching, what is it, Red Table Talks yesterday. And I remember I was watching, there was an episode where Jada Pinkett and Will Smith were talking to each other. It was a Father's Day episode, and it was like 2 years old, and I was on Facebook, and it just happened to pop up. And I remember he was saying that he is the type of father where he wants his kids to basically deal with as much suffering in their life as they can handle. And not because he wants them to suffer, but because he knows that that's where the lessons are. That's where you learn how to really live life, is through suffering and through going through what the things that you go through. And like I said, just look back at the things, Sagittarius, that have happened in your life, where it may have appeared at the time that it happened like it was just this big catastrophic thing. But when you came out on the other side of it, you were like, damn, I'm glad that happened, because if that hadn't happened, all these other positive things that came out of it wouldn't have come out of the situation. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, that what is happening is a blessing, okay? Just because you don't see it right now, it doesn't mean that it's not. Just like what's going on in the world, okay? I can't say what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Just like what's going on in the world now. It may seem on some levels like it's horrible, and I'm not saying that it's not, and I would never talk about, people's deaths and try to trivialize it or whatever, but on some levels, this is what's happening is a blessing, because I feel like a lot of us needed this time out in this world to really sit back and look at our lives and assess what the hell is going on. Because if you don't look at it, you can't fix it. And I tell y'all that all the time. And that's why I like to talk to y'all, because I know you're really listening to what I'm saying, and you're really taking a look at your life, and you're really trying to do the things that you need to do in order to have the type of life you want. But if you don't look at it, then you just going through life on autopilot. And how is that helping you? You see what I'm saying? How are you learning the lessons that you need to learn? You could be repeating something over and over and over again and not even realize it, because you're not looking at what's going on. So when Spirit tells you about these things, it's for a reason. Because like I said, Spirit is on your side. Spirit wants you to have what you want, but it's going to require you to get uncomfortable. Like Will Smith I was just telling you Let's try it again. Like I was just telling you, Will Smith said, that's where the lessons lie, in the struggle, in the suffering, okay? Because not all suffering is bad suffering. Because like I told you, when you look back at some of the things that you've gone through, if you hadn't gone through that, because like this situation with me, for instance, if we hadn't gone through what we're currently going through with the lockdown and all this kind of stuff, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here talking to you on this YouTube channel today. Okay, because I was doing another job. It was a sucky job, and I remember I just used to wake up in the morning, you know, with dread and just be all upset and discombobulated because I didn't want to get up and go and do a job that I felt like was soul sucking. So that's why when I talk to y'all about that, that's why I know all about it, because I've been through it. That's why I tell you to start shooting for the stars and making the list about the things that you want to do, because if I can fix my situation, you can fix yours too. Okay? If I can sit here and do what I love, you can find what you love and do it too. Because I was lost for a long time, Sagittarius, a long time. And I am blessed, and I am grateful every day that we are going through the situation that we are going through. Not for the deaths and all the other stuff that has happened, but because of what has happened in my life, how things have changed. So the struggle and the suffering that you go through sometimes it's necessary. Because you don't grow when things are happy and and rainbows and puppy dogs and unicorns. You don't learn anything from that. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I love a little sunshine just like everybody else. But you have to understand that we're not just here to experience that. We're here to experience the other stuff that bring on lessons as well. But that's why I try to catch my lessons by listening to other people too, because you can learn from listening to stuff that other people say. You don't have to go through it yourself. You know, that's usually the way you learn the lesson the best. But you can still learn from other people. That's why I listen. When people be telling stories and talking about this and talking about that, I got my ear to the ground, because there's certain things in this life that I know I never want to know how it feels firsthand. I don't ever want to know. So if you can tell me how to circumvent it, and it's something that I know I really don't want to, I will take your information and, you know, think on it. And make my decision and decide what it is that I'm going to do. But like I said, some of us, we're caught in ruts, and we don't even realize we're in a rut because we're repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And we don't even realize it. Like, for instance, some of us are in relationships where we have the same type of person. They just, like I said, it's just a different damn meat suit. But it's the same person doing the same things to us, making us feel the same way, you know, we've been feeling all our lives. And we don't even realize it. We don't even see it because we're not looking, you know. So you have to look back and sit back and assess what's going on. And you have to look at yourself and your life and your behavior and the things and see which things you can change. But you're going through a spiritual awakening now, so you got to get on the ball and go off in the direction that spirit wants you to go off in. Because like I said, if you want this to pay off for you, you got to go through this awakening that you signed up for on the other side before you even came here. Like I said, you know, none of us even remember this, but we did. Otherwise, I feel like we wouldn't be going through it. Because think about it. This stuff that we talk about here, everybody don't know about this. Everybody don't know about this. I hear a lot of people all the time tell me they don't want to talk to their people who don't understand. They feel like, you know, they don't understand. Other people don't understand because they haven't been through this before. So you got to realize that sitting in this energy is not going to help you, okay? If you want to have a good relationship, you have to open up. You have to grow. This life is about growth. It's about you going through dark times and everything else. But you got to understand, when you're going through the dark period, you have to tell yourself, I'm going through the dark period now, but that means that the light is coming. You know, you got to be positive about it. But I feel like if you step back, you look at the things that Spirit, is telling you, just take baby steps and start to try to do what you need to do to change it. Because like I told you in the last reading, who in the hell wants to sit down and keep going over the same thing, keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, never getting anywhere? It's like running on a hamster wheel. Who wants to do that? Okay? All right, so I digress. We got 3 clarification cards. The first one is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands showed up here in the current energy. It is, again, talking about inner and outer conflict. It's also talking about, having options. You having options and choices and, trying to make a decision on, what you want, and your person trying to decide how to come towards you, okay? Then we've got the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. It's talking about third-party situation. That's a thing. So it could be an addiction, obsession, bouts of depression, workaholism, alcoholism. It could be a lot of different things. So whatever this is with this Devil, this has to be taken care of, okay? Because it may be in part what is contributing to you showing up in this emotionally unavailable energy. This could be your person with the Devil as well, okay? Then we've got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. With this King of Pentacles, I feel like this is your person seeing you as their forever person and wanting to have something long-term, stable, and committed with you. But they got to take care of this Devil. They got a Devil and bottling up their feelings. That's what I feel like for some of your people. That's what it is, because this emotionally unavailable energy here with the Queen of Swords, okay? All right, now we're going to move forward and clarify the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here, please, Spirit? Okay, we have 2 clarification cards. We've got the 3 of Pentacles and we've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, so the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy. This is the first of the 2 outcome cards. With this Hierophant, it is talking about, higher level of commitment. It's also talking about marriage. So I feel like, both you and your person are really serious about this situation, okay? All right, then we've got 2 clarification cards. The first one we're going to talk about is the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords can talk about deception. This could be saying that for some of you, either there's some third-party situation for some of you, because this card can talk about cheating and infidelity. All right, so for some of you, it could be saying that your person could be married or in a third-party situation, or you may be in a third-party situation. Take it as it resonates. But also, this could just talk about planning, that either you or your person or the both of you are planning on how to move in this direction with the Hierophant, okay? Then we've got, and then see, we got 3. So this is a third-party situation for some of you, because whenever this 7 and these 3 shows up like this, it's telling me that for some of you, that's what this is. So with this 3 of Pentacles, for some of you it's third party. For others of you, this is talking about wanting to have teamwork, collaboration, and build a relationship of quality. Now we're going to move forward and we're going to clarify the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here, please, Spirit? Okay, we have 2 clarification cards. We've got the Queen of Wands and the 3 of Cups. So the Ace of Swords is talking about revelation. It's a blessing from the universe for clarity. Where Spirit's going to cut through the situation with the sword, so you can see things for what they truly are. So for those of you where there's some type of third party going on, I feel like Spirit's gonna have revelation. But this can also talk about your person making that decision to come forward and be open and honest and tell you the truth. So they may come towards you and tell you what's happening, because maybe for some of you that might be why your person turned their back or ghosted or breadcrumbed or whatever, was because they were in something with someone else. But because Spirit is telling you here, for some of you, that's the case, okay? So we've got 2 clarification cards. The first one is the Queen of Wands. This is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with this Queen of Wands. This is your person, I feel like, organizing themselves to take back control of their life. Okay, let me tell you this. With these 2 cards, I feel like this is a split outcome, okay? So for some of you, there's a third-party situation going on. For others of you, this is Spirit saying that your person is getting themselves together to come towards you and just tell you the truth about how they feel, okay? So the second clarification card for the Ace of Swords is the 3 of Cups. So this is saying that your person wants reunion and they want to have something to celebrate with you. And it's 3 cups. And for this, it's 3 cups because, like I said, you're going to have options. You're going to have other people to choose from. Okay? And for this could be symbolizing your options as well with this 3 of Pentacles. But for some of you, there still is third party because that 7 of Swords is there. The way the cards are lining up, that's how I know. Okay? All right. So, Sagittarius, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get whatever it is you want to get out of this connection. Before you go, we're going to pull some Romance Angel Oracle cards and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Like I said, people going to do what they're going to do, Sagittarius. You know, just keep your head up and continue to work on yourself and keep your bubbly personality. You know, work on loving yourself, work on focusing on yourself, and don't worry about what's coming. Like I said, Spirit has your back, okay? All right, so Sagittarius, if this is your story, let's head on over to the extended. There, we're going to discuss your story. We're going to pull cards for your person, find out how they feel about you, what their intentions are, actions they plan on taking, challenges in a relationship, and we'll also get some advice from Spirit, okay? If you want to purchase the extended, there are 2 ways to do so. All that information is in the description box below at the very bottom. If I don't see you there, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you. My contact information is in the description box if you'd like to book a personal reading. And don't forget to hit the like button to subscribe and to hit the notification bell to know when I post new readings. Please have a good day, night, or evening. And thank you for letting me read for you. And we out.